So let's get right into it today. So we're going to start with Vitaly. Vitaly, obviously, if you saw my other update, Vitaly was caught. He was widely covered by Philippine social media. And let me just show you one here. The looks like the media in the Philippines, and this is something that, once again, thank you to Frank. I'm not going to dox your last name or anything, but thank you for sending me those emails. I got all of them. They were on top of it. This is translated. It's in Tagalog, and I don't expect I expect my Filipino brothers and sisters to know Tagalog, but not the rest of you. It's got the translations on the bottom. You can see here. I'll turn the volume down a little bit.
Aakalain mong simpleng vlog lang yan. Ang lalaking nakaitim na t-shirt, nilapitan ng isang ginang na naglalakad sa labas ng mall.
I'm gonna rob you if you keep walking away. I want to give you money.
Pero ang babae, hindi siya pinansin at dire-diretso lang na naglakad. Ang foreigner naman, may pahabol pang panlalait.
Okay, because you got a COVID mask, you liberal. Go get your vaccine.
Sa sumunod na kuha, pumasok ang lalaki sa isang
once again, they were right on top of this. This is what I want to kind of point out. Right on top of the coverage here. They were spreading this around on social media. They were clipping this. They were sharing this. And I think that goes a long way. I think and this is actually 6 minutes of coverage of this. We've obviously watched this. You've got the police officers here. You've got the footage. I'll play this here of him coming in.
Kahapon, tuluyan lang naaresto si Vitaly. Ayon kay Bureau of Immigration's Intelligence Division Chief Fortunato.
So arrested, we're going to get into this, by the Bureau of Immigration, and we're going to get into why that's important.
Idineklarang undesirable foreign national si Vitaly, kaya ito naaresto sa bisa ng isang mission order. Sa ngayon, nasa detention facility sa Camp Bagong Diwa ang vlogger habang hinihintay ang deportation proceedings. Para sa 1PH, Ian Suyu, News 5.
So that was the report on the local news. So that was a clip that got shared around a lot on, I know, Philippine social media, and obviously, social media is the way things get passed around nowadays. So people shared that out and found this guy very, very quickly. And another thing I want to point out, we're going to read an article here, is they're currently trying to hunt down his team, right? His whole team. And a lot of people, especially the Filipinos and Filipinas in the audience, they were getting very mad, not just at him, but also at that team. And I think that's justifiable because, to be honest, he wouldn't have been able to go as far as he did without people making excuses for him, essentially for covering for him and lying and saying, oh yeah, this, sorry for this guy, right? Unless they were there apologizing and covering for this guy, he probably would have been in much more trouble even sooner than he was. It wouldn't have taken that long for him to get in trouble if he was by himself. If he wasn't there with the cameraman, with the other team of locals that was deflecting things for him, I think he would be in much bigger trouble. I frankly do. All right, let's turn to the article that I want to read today and kind of get this moving. So right here, we've got an article. This is from ABS CBN. This is local kind of Manila news. I actually got this from their Twitter, their X account, and I just read it. I think it's a really good article. But Russian blogger Vitaly Zorovetsky showed no remorse after his arrest for allegedly harassing Filipinos in Bonifacio Global City, the Bureau of Immigration said. Skip down here. Zorovetsky was tagged as an undesirable foreign national after allegedly harassing security guards and stealing an industrial fan from a restaurant in Taguig City on Monday morning, March 31st. Here he is, by the way, in the station. And you can see, I don't want to get too much ads over here, but you can see that he was kind of rolling his eyes there. The YouTuber has been transferred to the Bureau of Immigration's facility in Camp Bagong Diwa. I'm gonna show you that, and is awaiting deportation proceedings. So we're going to get into that as well. A separate change.org petition has accused the vlogger of verbally assaulting a Filipino surfing instructor with vulgar, sexually degrading remarks during a safety briefing. He allegedly refused to follow safety rules and later told his followers to destroy the surfing building by leaving fake malicious reviews online. That's actually a crime in many places. I don't know about the Philippines, but that is actually a crime, right? That's business defamation. So he's encouraging you to engage in business defamation. There are now, this is great, searching for the Filipino cameraman. Investigators are seeking to identify the Filipino cameraman who was with Zordovetsky in his blog. That is great. He said police would file complaints for cybercrime, unjust vexation, and theft against Zordovetsky later in the day. So obviously the Filipino cameraman would be a clear accomplice, right? And even the Filipino cameraman, he's like, we committed a lot of crimes today. So it showed that he knew what he was doing. Like, he actually knew what he was doing. So this guy better be hiding out in the provinces or something, because he's going to get found. Like, he's going to get found. And he's going to have some consequences, I'm very sure, for being party to that and for enabling that. So let me show you guys where he was staying. So he was staying right here. Is this, what type of window is this? This is this one. Okay. So one of the Brave browser has less ads, so I use it, but Chrome is easier to use. Anyways, so this is Shangri-La at the Fort. This is a 5-star place. I have been here many a time. As you can see, the rooms are quite nice. This is not a like side of the road motel. The quality here you would get in any Western place. They have spas, they have meeting rooms, right? They have a lot of stuff to do, but certainly it is a very high quality establishment. It is 5-star. Without a doubt. There's several Shangri-Las, but I think the one in the BGC is quite nice. So it is a very beautiful place. It is a very nice place to stay, right? Not to be besmirched by his reputation. I actually know one of the managers there. She's a very lovely woman in the lounge, because a lot of times I would need like a coffee or something, and I just want somewhere nice where I can get on the Wi-Fi and have a coffee. So, I would go down to the lounge at this one, or the one in Ortigas was also nice, or Makati. Was also nice, the Shangri-La chain. So very good people, very good service, really nice place, right? Really nice. That's where he was staying. Now let's meet his current place, shall we? Let's look at where he's at currently. He is at Camp Bagong Diva. I don't know how to pronounce that correctly. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong. I'm very sorry, my Pinoy brothers and sisters. This is where he's staying now. Let's tab over here real quick. Here's a picture of some happy people, hanging out inside of this detention center, right? So he went from 5-star to let's tab over further here. This is where he is, but so he went from this high quality thing to this level of quality. Listen, as could be said, it couldn't happen to a nicer guy. It could not happen to a nicer guy. Yeah, it looks perfectly fine, right? Looks really comfortable. Like all of that wires, and it looks great. It looks great. It looks totally fine place to be. Totally the same as 5-star hotel. And I'm sure there's video from the inside. I'm sure that there's other rough stuff. Once again, I don't want to get any in trouble with YouTube or anything else. Just want to comment on that quickly. Okay, so let's show you another interesting thing that I found here. So this was the Philippine deportation and detention statutes, which once again some people in the Philippines directed me to. And this is their provisions about the detention and deportation of foreign nationals. And what I thought was interesting was you actually, when you're waiting for deportation, so this is a good one. Where is this? Okay. Let's pay attention, because procedure is often how you're screwed. Under Section 94, the order of deportation shall be enforced immediately, but in no case shall exceed 3 months from the date it has become final and executive. So right now, what's happening is he is waiting for an order of deportation. He hasn't received one. And apparently just even receiving one can take a while. They can make you sit in there and wait. Somebody in the comments said they know somebody who's been waiting 2 years, right, to receive a final order of deportation. But even after that, they can keep you. So even when you have this order of deportation, you can be kept for 3 months. And I'm like, well, that is great. That is sort of the process, is the punishment. So essentially saying, hey, even after you get this order of deportation, they can hang on to you for 3 months. And remember, the punishment for some of these crimes, like unjust vexation, appears to be, based on what I read and based on what others said, like 1 month in jail, up to 1 month behind bars. Well, you're getting 3 months if you just keep him in the immigration center, keep him in the immigration deportation center for 3 months. Why not? There's nothing wrong with that procedurally or at all. They're essentially getting 90 days of jail just because you want to, right? And once again, some people may cry and say, oh, what about due process? Don't come to other countries and screw around. By the way, Japan could do the same thing. Japan largely did that with Johnny Somali. They held him for several months before they deported him. And honestly, I think the Philippines should take a page out of Japan's book and say, hey, no, we're just going to hold this guy. We're just not going to do anything procedurally. We're going to sit on it because we don't have to. Legally, we don't have to. We can just sit on this for 3 months and then ship this guy off. So we're going to waste his time. He won't be able to stream. He won't be able to make any money. There's no streaming, and he's screwed. And once again, this is the process being the punishment. Why not? The more you keep these guys from streaming, the better.